Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another week of Force of Will news. Before we get started, as always, if you guys are looking for Force of Will singles or sealed product, including the new set, be sure to check out the link in the description below to go to Happy Little Hub Factory. Not only do they have the new booster box, which actually, if it's not already, it's about to sell out. It's 80 bucks a piece for that, so it might be sold out already. And they also still have a couple star decks left. If you add all 5 of these star decks into your cart, it's a flat rate of $70 for all of them. So it's some of the best deals you can find for all of that product. So be sure to check that out. And they also officially have both a buy list for the new set and singles for the new set. So be sure to check out all of that. And it's some really good, as always, competitive pricing for everything. And be sure to check out that buy list so they can stay on top of what cards are in stock and everything like that. And also, as a side note, they have a sale going on those Force of Will promo dual stones. Those really cool artwork and all that stuff. It's really pretty cards that I'm hoping to pick up some at some point, but they're on sale right now for $20 a piece, so be sure to check that out. Maybe check out the buy list so that you can get some of those dual stones as well, but be sure you click that link in the description so they know we sent you. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into the first big bit of news, which is an announcement from Games and Geek. So Games and Geek is the sort of store in Minnesota that runs a lot of big Force of Will events. They're really into the game and do big pre-releases, all this stuff. You probably, if you're in the Facebook US group, you've seen stuff about them. And so coming up in October here, at the end of October, they were originally doing a 5K event for Force of Will, and they upgraded it to an 8K after they got a lot of support from the company. And as of yesterday, they officially announced that they are the first GP of the new season, which means that not only do they have all the pricing, everything they had before, but they are now officially recognized as a Grand Prix for this upcoming season, which means that first place will get a paid invite to Worlds and second place will get an unpaid invite, in addition to the pricing they had before, in addition to GP pricing that they will be getting coming up that we'll find out about, I guess, later on, because top 8 will usually get their gold Ubers or acrylics and all that. So we'll find out what those will be for this season. So that'll be really exciting to see as well. But that's just really cool that this was able to convert from just probably one of the biggest Force of Will tournaments as far as pricing and all that goes to now an official GP and the earliest season GP I think we've ever had before. So that's just really cool. I think it's really exciting. If you guys are able to, just be sure to check that out. If you're in the area or if you're able to drive down there, it's definitely worth it. If you are able to make it in top 8, you pretty much, especially, or top 4 at least, you definitely will at minimum have your entire trip paid for just in pricing alone, not even including your paid invite to Worlds or unpaid and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Also, A New Dawn Rises came out this Friday, and with that release, they had their posters as normal that came with it, and they had the teaser poster for the next set after New Dawn Rises. So from that, we're able to see that this set will release in January of 2019. It has an image of whatchamahoosit, someone that was on a card at some point. I forget who, but it's people know, and they'll let you know below. But the interesting thing that I noticed on it, and I'm sure it's irrelevant, it's probably just some sort of mistake at someone's part, but usually on these it'll have the name of the cluster on the top. So in this case it would say New Valhalla, but instead it says A New Dawn Rises, which is the name of this first booster box that just came out. The booster box is A New Dawn Rises, the cluster is called New Valhalla. So curious why that is. It might just be like a random thing or a mistake, or they just wanted to put New Dawn Rises to keep advertising this booster box or something. But it's kind of weird because it says the release date is January, so that could cause confusion. So don't know why they did that, but just a side thing to note. It also now looks like CoreTCG is also getting back into the game. So last week, or the week before, we talked about Alpha Investments getting back into it, and it looks like CoreTCG is as well. They dropped out around Echoes of the New World, and it looks like they're coming back in and carrying product as well as singles. I'm not sure if they carried singles or not before, but they're going back all in, which is pretty awesome that a big retailer like that is getting back into Force of Will in addition to Alpha Investments. Speaking of Alpha Investments, he put his New Dawn Rises booster boxes on sale on Friday. I think it was later on Friday because he went up a little bit later than he was hoping. But his entire stock of them sold out within 2 days, which he said he wasn't expecting. He even had to refund people because he just wasn't expecting to sell out of all that, especially that quickly. So he said next time around he'll definitely order more boxes. But it's just sort of this cool seeing the health of the game just all around is really nice to see. So excited to see what else comes from it. And this is just, you know, a week into this new cluster. So pretty excited about it. Also, Ryan Miles, the captain of Team ARG, announced that he's going to be holding a deck building tournament. So this is really cool, especially for people who just love to deck build and don't like net decking or any of that. So how this works is he does specific sort of unique rules for the tournament, and then you go in, and since there's no precedent for that type of ruling, you basically have to do the best you can. So in the case of this one, I think the cards cannot have more than 2 will advertised on the cost. So yeah, that's going to be super interesting. And he's going to have the first place is going to get the Force of Will art book that was at Worlds. So that's pretty cool. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. I'll have if I remember, I'll have a link in the description below to his video where he explains how to sign up and all that. If not, just remind me and I'll add it in later. Force Will also finally released a full article explaining how runes work and other different rulings, such as the new abilities and stuff for the new set. Once again, I'll try linking that below. And it's nice to have. It's a good reference point for people either coming into the game or people in the game who keep asking questions about how different interactions and things work with runes and other abilities. This sort of lays everything out pretty nice and neatly. So just a good guide to have and to know about. And lastly, just another little tidbit to throw out there is that our Worlds list was updated for the new Frontiers Revenge tournament. Ryan Lilly updated on the Force of Will US page, so we're able to take those gacha logs and update our website with the list of 1st through 8th place. So if you're curious what that format looked like and what some of the decks were and different things like that, be sure to just check out the top 8 section on our website and just go to the very bottom, and it's the new Frontiers Revenge tournament. So now we have all 8 of those lists updated, so that's pretty exciting. So that's about all the news for today. Not a whole lot going on, but hope you guys enjoy. Let us know what you think below, and we'll see you guys next time.